reaction right now is that the Supreme Court issued an illegitimate fascist ruling. This decision is an outrage. It's illegitimate. Abortion bans are illegitimate. Forced motherhood is illegitimate.
Jesus loves the little children, all the children of the world.
What this means to women is such an insult. It's a slap in the face to women about using their own judgment to make their own decisions about their reproductive freedom.
This is a moment 50 years in the making. Millions and millions of innocent human beings were lost because of the Roe versus Wade decision.
The court literally taking America back 150 years. This is a sad day for the country, in my view. But it doesn't mean the fight's over.
Good evening and thank you. For the first time in U.S. history, a constitutional right in the books for 50 years has been stripped away from Americans this morning. In a 6-3 decision, the U.S. Supreme Court moved to effectively nullify Roe v. Wade, a landmark case decided in 1973. That highly controversial decision sparking immediate rallies and demonstrations. This is a live look in Washington, D.C., where a large crowd has been gathering all day. That crowd, a mix of people against and in favor of today's ruling. And it's not just in D.C. Major rallies today are also held in cities across the country. These videos you're seeing from Boston and Philadelphia, there are thousands of people, and there are preparations for more already in the planning stages. The majority in opposition of what was handed down today. And in one extreme case, a women's rights demonstrator climbed to the top of the Frederick Douglass Memorial Bridge in Washington, D.C. today. That man is posting videos online. He says he plans to stay on top of the bridge for as long as he physically can to draw attention to his cause. Well, this is a culmination of a story that's been developing for more than a month. We first heard about the leaked Supreme Court opinion draft in early May, leading to rallies all across the country, including here in Madison. Then on July 8th, the governor ordered a special session to address the state's 173-year-old anti-abortion ban, which would take effect if Roe were overturned. Then, just this Wednesday, Republicans gavelled in and gavelled out of a special session within seconds, ending any chance at a debate. 2 days later, this morning, the U.S. Supreme Court follows through, doing away with 50 years of precedent. And this was the scene this evening in downtown Madison. A large group of people flooding the area to voice their opinions on the decision. Our Armand Rahman has been there all evening, and he joins us live from the Capitol Square. Armand?
Brady, these steps just a couple hours ago were filled with people calling for reproductive rights. They took their cries around the Capitol Square, marching while encountering a small pro-life event along the way. The hundreds marched around the Capitol several times, chanting. One protester was especially worried at the effect this may have on women who become pregnant by rape or incest who are no longer protected by the Constitution. Meanwhile, they also clashed with a pro-life group celebrating Roe being overturned.
The law just went so far to where you're going to tell people who have been raped or who are victims of incestual rape that you now have no choice in basically reliving your traumatic experience every single day.
They're chanting my body, my choice. So it's not. And the science, we've heard trust the science over and over in the last 2 years for sure. The science says that's not. That's a baby. And so we want to respect the rights of the baby.
Speakers urged the crowd to take action and donate to local women's health organizations and let elected officials know the anger and fear that they feel. And the organizers, Madison Socialist Alternative, had their own safety team stationed around the rally, and Madison police officers were also on scene monitoring the situation. Brady.
Thank you, Armand. As we mentioned a bit earlier, with state Republicans failing to open debate or discuss Wisconsin's 1849 anti-abortion bill this week, that 170-year-old law is now in effect. It establishes a felony charge for providers who perform abortions, making no exceptions for cases of rape or incest. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway says the city will not be arresting those who provide the service. In a blog post, she wrote, in part, "The Supreme Court has failed us and our state has failed us, but we are determined as a city to do what we can to counteract these failures." This afternoon, we also spoke with State Attorney General Josh Kaul, who also says he will not use state resources to prosecute anyone.
I think there is very likely to be litigation in the courts over what the state of the law is. The 19th century ban was never taken off the books. As long as I'm AG, we're not going to use any resources at the Wisconsin Department of Justice to investigate or prosecute anybody for alleged violations of the 19th century abortion ban.
For some who are in favor of this ruling, it's a mix of appreciation and anxiety. You'll likely remember the early morning vandalism and firebombing of the Wisconsin Family Action offices in Madison last month. A secretive online group claimed responsibility for the attack. Well, today, the organization's director says she feels vandalism could be a sign of more to come. Here's what the office space looks like today. Madison police and federal investigators are looking into the case, but haven't produced any suspects. WFA's president says she fears the response from today's ruling could mean more instances of violence toward people like her who support it.
If this is what they were willing to do, to firebomb my office on Mother's Day morning after the leaked opinion, what will they do when the final decision comes down, if it is in any way reflective of what came out in that leaked opinion? And indeed, the decision today was.
Wisconsin Family Action is not alone in its concerns. We talked with other leaders who support today's decision, but are worried about the possibility of violence or becoming targets. Now that the Supreme Court's conservative majority has overturned Roe, returning the issue of abortion rights to the states, many states are quickly imposing abortion bans or also restricting access, while others are emerging as abortion sanctuaries. Anthony Pura has more.
At least half of U.S. states are expected to quickly ban or severely restrict access to abortion, and 13 have so-called trigger laws that automatically took effect following Friday's ruling. Healthcare providers in several other states are bracing for a surge of women seeking abortions from out of state.
We've been building up our infrastructure, making sure that we are able to take more appointments, that we have more providers on hand.
California, New York, Kansas, Illinois, Oregon, Washington State, and Colorado are just a few of the states designating themselves as abortion havens or sanctuaries. In New York City, the mayor's office says no woman in need of an abortion will be turned away.
We will take the necessary steps to fully protect both women in this city and those who come to our city to access the freedom which may no longer exist in their hometowns.
California, Oregon, and Washington are building the West Coast offense to protect patients' access to reproductive care.
West Coast governors also announced a new coalition.
We're going to work with our legislators, with our providers, with our patient advocates.
We will continue to protect patients from any state who come to our states for abortion care.
I think the pro-life movement in California is ready for it.
Jonathan Keller is president of the California Family Council.
It's up to us, pro-life advocates here in the Golden State, to try to meet those women where they're at, whether they're coming from down the street or across the country.
Keller is urging opponents of abortion rights to step up and help women find alternatives to ending their pregnancies. Anthony Pura, CBS News.
Illinois has already seen a steady stream of patients crossing the state line for abortions in recent months. Planned Parenthood of Illinois says the state could see an additional 20,000 to 30,000 patients seeking abortions within the first year of the High Court's ruling. And here's something we are keeping an eye on. In the opinion writing today, Justice Clarence Thomas explicitly called for the court to also reconsider its rulings striking down state restrictions on contraceptives, state sodomy bans, and state prohibitions on same-sex marriage, saying, quote, "We have a duty to correct the error established in those precedents." Wisconsin's politicians, of course, have their own takes on the High Court's ruling. Governor Tony Evers said, in part, the decision is disastrous. He also said, "We will never stop fighting to make sure every single Wisconsinite has the right to consult their family, faith, and doctor to make the choice that is right for them." Senator Ron Johnson wrote, "Today is a victory for life," adding, "Hopefully this debate will be conducted with compassion and respect." Johnson's counterpart, Senator Tammy Baldwin, said Republicans have taken us back to 1849 and they want to keep us there. She added women will now have fewer rights than their mothers and grandmothers had for decades. And for more reaction from local, state, and federal leaders, we have an extensive story written up on channel3000.com. Again, this is a developing story. As always, as the story continues to evolve, be sure to stay with News 3 Now online and on air for all of the latest information, or download our free news app. Let's turn things over to our weather now with a quick look at your certified most accurate forecast. Gary.
Well, Brady, it's quiet here on the weather patio. The humidity levels are pretty nice. Let's take a look at the time lapse from the WISC-TV Skycam. Lots of sunshine again today. Just a few cirrus clouds and a couple of cumulus clouds popped up for a time this afternoon, but skies are mostly clear towards sunset. Right now, Wisconsin free of precipitation, but there are some thunderstorms across western Minnesota where severe thunderstorm watches are in effect, and some showers and storms trying to develop across Iowa. 6-hour future track radar shows those storms in Iowa starting to expand and moving into southern Wisconsin by early tomorrow morning. High temperatures today, 90 degrees in Madison, 91 in Janesville. Most areas were in the upper 80s to the lower 90s, and temperatures right now still pretty mild. Upper 70s, a few places dropping into the upper 60s, but dew point temperatures remain in the upper 50s to around 60, so the air is not very humid. By tomorrow morning, though, expect some showers and thunderstorms to develop. Low temperature dropping to about 68. Tomorrow it will be warm and humid with scattered showers and thunderstorms and a high of 83, but cooler and less humid air arrives on Sunday. I'll have more in the extended forecast in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Gary. When we come back, another major development today on Capitol Hill. Both chambers of Congress have passed the first major gun legislation in more than 3 decades. A closer look at what's included up next.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Dude, great ride.
Right? This Silverado keeps me connected and in control. And this touchscreen is my command center. My command center.
The 2022 Silverado LT. Find new control. Find new roads.
Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Save on all appliances and grills during the inventory blowout sale at Grand Appliance. Shop unbeatable deals like this GE gas range with convection and air fry for just $847, or this LG kitchen with a 29 cubic foot French door fridge for just $29.97. That's not all. Get up to $750 in additional savings exclusively at Grand. Visit grandappliance.com or your local showroom today. Grand Appliance, the appliance experts.
Out here, we know a thing or two about beef. Hy-Vee knows beef too. Only 6 out of 100 cattle are even good enough to bear the Hy-Vee brand. Only 6 out of 100. Quality like that is hard to find. So enjoy your Hy-Vee steak this weekend. You've earned it.
The Spring Green Art Fair is coming June 25th and 26th to downtown Spring Green. Hundreds of artists from around the nation will be there both days. Don't miss the fun and excitement June 25th and 26th in Spring Green.
He came in guns blazing, just took her out.
1 year after a tragic murder-suicide in Sun Prairie, the victim's loved ones want the world to know about one law they believe could have saved her. A law Wisconsin hasn't passed. News 3 Now investigates Sunday at 10.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
This Saturday, we'll learn about a weekend event that's bringing our community closer. And Julian is tracking sunny conditions and warm temperatures this weekend. Your certified most accurate forecast, Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. A criminal complaint is laying out new details in the case of a DeForest man now facing multiple attempted homicide charges. 19-year-old Gabriel Savage was initially arrested in April on attempted kidnapping and stalking charges. He was released from jail this Wednesday after posting bond, but was rearrested the same day after new information surfaced. The complaint says a new notebook was found where Savage allegedly laid out a manifesto saying he had plans to kill another female acquaintance and her whole family. The manifesto goes on to say he also planned to sexually assault the girl and her younger sister before taking his own life while lying next to her, quote, like Romeo and Juliet. Police talked with the female acquaintance and her family about these new revelations. The complaint said the family has been fearful since Savage's arrest and discussed leaving the state after he posted bail. During an initial appearance this afternoon, the court set a new cash bond at $100,000. The same day as the Supreme Court took historic action, there was another monumental development on Capitol Hill. Democrats banded together with 14 Republicans in the House and 15 in the Senate to pass new gun control legislation in the wake of recent mass shootings. Deborah Alfarone reports.
Is laid upon the table. The motion is adopted.
The House has passed a Senate bill sending the first major new gun control legislation in nearly 30 years to the White House to be signed into law.
Let us not judge this legislation for what is not in it, but respect it for what it does. And what it does is save lives.
The bipartisan legislation will enhance gun background checks for people under 21. It sets aside $750 million to give to states that implement red flag laws designed to temporarily seize guns from people deemed dangerous. And it closes the so-called boyfriend loophole, preventing someone who's been convicted of domestic abuse but lives outside a victim's home from buying a gun. Nearly every Republican in the House opposed the bill, saying it tramples on Americans' rights.
They are coming after Americans, law-abiding American citizens' Second Amendment liberties.
The Senate passed this bill Thursday night after weeks of bipartisan negotiations led by Democrat Chris Murphy and Republican John Cornyn.
I don't believe in doing nothing in the face of what we saw in Uvalde and we've seen in far too many communities.
This bill is a compromise. It doesn't do everything I want. But what we are doing will save thousands of lives.
15 Republicans joined Democrats in passing the bill in the Senate. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says he is not concerned about pressure from the NRA.
What I'm mainly concerned about is dealing with the issues that have been brought to the fore by these mass shootings.
Many Republicans who voted in favor will not be facing voters in 2024. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Elsewhere in Wisconsin, in Chippewa Falls, the teenage boy accused of killing 11-year-old Lily Peters will find out whether he'll stand trial in a couple of months. A Chippewa County judge today scheduled a September 1st preliminary hearing for the 14-year-old. The boy is charged in adult court with first-degree intentional homicide and first-degree sexual assault in connection with the murder. Lily disappeared on the night of April 24th as she was riding her bike home. Searchers found her body in the woods the next morning. And in Rock County, a deputy was still in the hospital as of this morning after being involved in a crash yesterday afternoon. The wreck happened near Blackhawk Technical College in the town of Turtle. The deputy was on the way to a reported shooting when they collided with a tow truck. 2 people inside that truck and the deputy are all expected to recover from their injuries. The Wisconsin State Patrol is investigating the crash. And Gary is back with our forecast, so keep that umbrella handy.
Yeah, you know, my lawn is looking a little brown right now. It's funny, because we really haven't had a lot of rain over the last week or so. We probably will get some overnight. That will start out as thunderstorms are now moving into western Minnesota, where some severe weather is likely tonight. You can see those storms now into western parts of Minnesota, severe thunderstorm watch just west of the Twin Cities until 3 a.m. Tomorrow, though, the severe weather threat should stay mainly to our south across eastern Iowa and northern Illinois. Gusty winds would be the main threat from any thunderstorms there. High temperatures today, mainly in the 90s across the Midwest, with one little exception. There were clouds and some showers, keeping temperatures down to around 80 in Des Moines and mid-80s from western Illinois into much of Iowa. But to the west of there, to the north, to the northeast, temperatures were around 90, or in some cases several degrees above that. Right now, temperatures are in the upper 70s in Madison, still 80 in Wausau, 84 in the Twin Cities. But the dew point temperatures are definitely higher out to the west. That flow of moisture from western Missouri eastern Kansas through the Kansas City area and up into Omaha, Nebraska. That's where dew point temperatures are in the low to mid 70s. That's what's fueling the thunderstorm development up to the north and west. The air is drier here, so the storms will weaken as they push in our direction later on tonight. You can see, though, pretty good line of storms now from northwestern Minnesota through the eastern Dakotas down into central portions of Nebraska. That's actually ahead of a cold front that'll be moving southeastward. The jet stream does change direction a little bit to the north and west, so that will bring in slightly cooler air with highs in the 70s by Sunday and Monday before we warm back up again. There's the front I was talking about. Those temperatures still pretty warm even at this hour. 84 in the Twin Cities, generally 70s across Wisconsin, although La Crosse is at 81. And you can see on future track the showers and thunderstorms arriving tonight, but the humidity levels higher to the south and also to the northwest. That line of storms in Minnesota moving through northwestern Wisconsin. The activity in Iowa that still has yet to really develop would move mainly through the southern part of the state. Then we'll see some scattered showers and thunderstorms at times during the day into tomorrow evening. That's followed by the passage of the cold front, and those temperatures drop off as the front moves on through. High temperatures drop back into the 70s for Sunday and probably Monday as well. So our forecast for tomorrow calls for warm, more humid, some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not an all-day rain. The best chances of rain, I think, in the morning. High of 83 with winds out of the south at 8 to 15 miles per hour. Those clouds moving in later on tonight. The showers and thunderstorms more likely to the south and west, but notice as they move into southern Wisconsin, they kind of weaken because the air is a little bit drier here. But that will certainly add a little bit to the humidity. We could see some showers and thunderstorms pop up, at least in a few spots through tomorrow evening before the cold front comes through. Temperatures drop into the lower 60s by Sunday morning. And brisk northwesterly winds keep high temperatures in the mid 70s for Sunday. Rainfall amounts will be spotty. Most areas around 1/4 of an inch of rain, maybe a little bit less to the north and east, but any area that gets a heavier thunderstorm could see anywhere from 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain. Highs in the 70s for Sunday and Monday, back into low 80s on Tuesday. Some thunderstorm chances Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night, and again late Thursday into Friday morning. But notice as we head toward the 4th of July weekend, dry weather for Saturday and Sunday, probably most, if not all, of the 4th, which is a slight chance for a thunderstorm late in the day.
Brewers breaking out their new unis tonight. We have more from AmFam Field coming up after the break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's a short drive to big adventure at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium in the Port of Dubuque. General admission gets you access to all exhibits for 2 consecutive days. Plan your adventure at rivermuseum.com.
I don't think it's here for the burger. This summer, prime rib is the star. Bite into the new Primal Angus Thick Burger at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion now in theaters.
Spectrum presents Stream Home Makeover with JoJo.
We transform the Joneses' home, upgrading their entertainment experience with the best TV and internet services from Spectrum. Let's go. With Spectrum TV, you get your favorite channels and streaming apps, plus tons of on-demand.
Switch to Spectrum TV and Internet for only $49.99 a month each with no contract. Call 1-844-480-4713.
Ready for more? Take a look. With the free Spectrum TV app, you can stream live sports, news, and more on all your devices, inside, outside, and on the go.
Wow, that's awesome!
There's more. We powered up the game room with Spectrum Internet, which gives you the fast, reliable speeds you need to power all your devices. And it comes with free security suite, so you can feel completely safe and secure.
Switch to Spectrum TV and Internet for only $49.99 a month each with free modem. Call 1-844-480-4713.
Give your home a Spectrum Stream home makeover. Call now.
Wisconsin, Governor, we have one chance to get this right. Remember one name, Kevin Nicholson, Marine, 5 years, Iraq, Afghanistan. Came home, founded No Better Friend Corp. Taught Wisconsin conservatives how to organize and win. This is about the ones who work for a living, worry about safe streets and buying groceries. Warrior conservatives. This is about Kevin Nicholson. Conservatives, rise up. We have a leader.
Menards is the destination for your next project. Save on bath and kitchen faucets from Moen. Moen faucets give you a lifetime of beauty, reliability, and innovative features. Right now, all Moen faucets are 11% off. New door handles and levers are a simple way to show off your style. Menards offers 100 designs and 6 finish options in stock of quick-set interior handles and levers. Now all 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Traffic is horrible.
Great. Time for another one of these.
Bite into the new Primal Burrito or Biscuit with prime rib at Hardee's. See Jurassic World Dominion now in theaters.
It's time to climb, build, discover, and play at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium's newest exhibit. Live, work, and play in harmony with nature at Forever Forest. Now open. For tickets, visit rivermuseum.com.
Well, the wait is finally over. The Brewers City Connect jerseys made their debut tonight just in time for the team's final series in this homestand. The Crew is facing the Blue Jays for the first time this season, and the Brewers are fresh off splitting a 4-game series with the Cardinals, tied once again atop the NL Central. Well, game 1 of the series is anything but smooth sailing for the Crew. Toronto lights up Adrian Hauser in the 2nd inning. They plate 5 runs, so it's time to get to work. In the 5th, the Brewers got runners on the corners, and Christian Yelich is able to drive in a run. But the Brewers, they're trying to rally late in this game, but they still trail in the 9th. Next season's schedule continues to fill out for men's college hoops. The latest matchup added for Wisconsin is against Wake Forest, and it's going to be part of the ACC Big Ten Challenge. The Badgers will host them on November 29th. Over the last 3 seasons, the Big Ten has dominated this challenge. And last year, UW helped play a part in that in the 8-6 advantage over the ACC, downing Georgia Tech on the road. So it comes as no surprise that the Big Ten took over this year's draft. The conference had the most players selected out of any other, with 9 in total, 4 of them going in the 1st round. Johnny Davis closing out the top 10, being drafted by the Wizards. The team's president and general manager saying they're excited to have him join the team, which Davis also echoed. Here's a snippet of what the Badger standout had to say after hearing his name called last night.
My insides just lit up, you know. I was very excited for that moment. I've been waiting for a long time. And, you know, more importantly, though, I'm just really happy that my parents and my family are here to celebrate it with me.
An emotional night for many players, seeing their lifelong dreams come true. And that was just the case for the Bucks' first-rounder, Marjon Beauchamp. The Deer took him 24th overall from the G League Ignite, and that's something that he says got him ready to compete at the pro level.
I feel like I found myself, you know, like I found new ways in my game, not just on the court, but just like off the court, building good habits and really just finding a defensive motor, learning the defensive terminology, and I'll give that advice to any kid that wants to go to be a pro, you know.
Heading into this year's draft, the Bucks did only have 1 pick, but they did close out the night trading with the Pacers for cash consideration, acquiring the rights to Hugo Besson. Originally from France, Besson played last season with the New Zealand Breakers in 25 games, where he averaged almost 14 points and 4 rebounds a game. Steve Stricker did not waste any time in the U.S. Senior Open Championship. 1 shot off the lead coming into the 2nd round. He shoots a fantastic round of 18 to move him up the leaderboard to 2nd. He closed out the day with 3 straight birdies. Jerry Kelly is up 8 spots from yesterday. Right now, he's tied for 14th. We'll be right back.
In the middle of the fairway, hold location on that left side. Really good looking line.
Turn out. Spin.
Hot deals are super hot this Friday through Sunday. Fresh avocados, 5 for only $5. Whole seedless watermelon, only $3.99. Basket and bushel strawberries, only $3.99 for a 2-pound pack. Lunchables, 3 for only $4 with coupon. And the savings are hotter than hot on Cottonelle bath tissue. 6 mega rolls for only $4.99 with coupon. Scan the QR code and check out HyVdeals.com for more deals.
Most senators couldn't tell you the cost of a gallon of milk. Thanks, Ruben. Or how much beef has gone up this year. But I'm not like most senators or any of the other millionaires running for Senate. My mom was a teacher, and my dad worked third shift. I know how hard you work. And I know that by bringing manufacturing home, we create jobs and we lower costs. If we want to change Washington, we got to change the people we send there. I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
Hey, this one's free. Car in front of you pay for it.
The best things in life are free.
This is the greatest day of my life!
Just wait till she hears about free installation from Feldco.
Free installation?
Free installation on windows, siding, doors, and roofing. Plus, no interest until 2024. That's something to get excited about.
Free installation ends Thursday. Call now.
Quality windows, siding, and doors. Call 866 for Feldco.
Oh, love that Chevy Blazer. That's our next SUV. Love that Equinox. That's our next SUV.
Nice Trailblazer.
It was love at first sight. What?
The Chevy family of SUVs. Find new options. Find new roads.
Qualified lessees can sign and drive this Equinox for around $340 a month. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees are extra. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
With eye care, the medicine you need may cost less than ever before. New in 2022, you pay a $0 copay for all of your Medicare-eligible Part D drugs up to the coverage gap. Then your cost will be the typical extra help copay amount. You'll also receive up to $2,500 in dental benefits and $300 in vision benefits. Call the Eye Care Benefits Helpline for a free consultation to get all the benefits you're entitled to. Rest easy. Eye Care is looking out for you and your health.
Whether you have a design emergency or you just want to shop the best furniture showroom in town, you need Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for design and furniture. Shop our fabulous showroom, Hard Rock Road, Fitchburg.
Go to Amazon.com skills to enable Channel 3000 news briefs. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
I think a movie day might be in order for some of that rain. Jordan says to go to the new Top Gun.
Yes, go see Maverick.
So that's where we're at, Gary.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I haven't even seen the first Top Gun, so.
Oh,
no
sorry.
Comment. No comment.
Them's fighting words.
Live view from the Edgewater Sky Camp. Skies are clear out there. No rain across Wisconsin, but thunderstorms developing in Minnesota will be here by early tomorrow morning, as well as some storms trying to fire in southern portions of Iowa. Temperatures right now, upper 70s here in Madison, 69 right now in Lone Rock, but most areas are in the 70s, but dew point temperatures still in the upper 50s, around 60 means it feels pretty comfortable out there. Low tonight of about 68, showers and thunderstorms developing west of Madison overnight, and then scattered showers and thunderstorms during the day tomorrow, a little more humid with a high of 83. Drop back to the 70s for Sunday and Monday. Some thunderstorm chances the middle of next week, and then mainly dry weather for the 4th of July weekend.
Thanks, everyone, for spending this time with us. Have a good night.